Ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be for today. Good afternoon, evening. I don't even know what time it is. It's like 6 p.m.
All right, so as the title suggests, we have some exciting news and we have some bad news. Sad news. So let's go and start with the exciting news. And I alluded to this yesterday, and I didn't put it in yesterday's video.
And I have no idea what it is.
And Katie doesn't know what it is, so we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go head over to the gray barn. I'm gonna show you guys. Both of us have had
A day.
So
not a good day, not a bad day, just a day.
it's been a day. It's been leaning more towards the not so good, but not a horrible day.
Yeah.
All right. Brahma Mama's doing fine. The whatever that.
She's a barnyard mix.
Barnyard Mama's doing fine. They're not on the second floor. They're down on the ground.
Oh, good.
Everything else, chicken-wise, good stuff.
The little baby that we showed in yesterday's video that was up top with the two frizzle.
The double-decker?
The Bantam Cochins. It's now down with Olivia.
Oh.
And the other frizzle they took it from. Somehow it's now, they have 4.
Interesting.
Sorry, I was going this way. Are we going this way?
Yeah.
It's just habit. I'm just like, oh, let's go that way.
Yeah, I just have it kind of mode.
Yeah, so I looked and I was like, wait, why is there 4 down there? And then I looked and they've been focusing on sitting on the eggs. So last night we added some extra water and some food up top because we noticed they hadn't gone down with the baby yet. And it was over 2 days.
The salmon faverolles, I put some food and some water where the 2 salmon faverol mamas are sitting, and there's 2 babies in there.
Yay, 2 babies.
Yeah, so.
One of the mamas was out today.
Because I wasn't sure I don't think the babies can climb up over the little lip and then certainly not get back in.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I had access to
food and water.
Food and water, so I just put a little dish in there. And the mama let me pet and water dip the babies.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna show.
The babies. So she was kind about it, and she didn't peck me to death like I thought she was going to yesterday.
I know what you're showing.
Yep.
I got it on B-roll the other day.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Look, everybody. This is our peach tree, and look what we have. We have little peaches that are started. Oh, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I came over here.
I think it's really cool.
The other day when I was filming, and I was trying to get B-roll, and I was trying to find just different images and things, and I noticed that there was fruit. I was like, oh, let me go see if the peach trees have anything. And I noticed there was fruit.
There's lots of fruit on this peach tree. Let's go look at the other one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where the other one was, but I knew where this one was.
This one has a lot. Now this was
the smaller of the 2.
Yeah, this one's not doing so good. That has some, so let's just pick that one out of there. No need to focus on that guy. There we go. Oops, that may have, okay. All right, let's go take a look at the bigger one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I walked right past it. I couldn't find it. Oops.
This is interesting what happened here. I need to take up this I need to take up this
fence.
This fence. It's not being used anymore. I'm actually going to use this line, and I'm going to cut off the dog's access down to the street. They just don't need to keep going down to the street and running after cars. There's just no need. Let's bring their attention back up this way. That's a big Atlantis. Well, I mean, it's tiny, but it's big. Okay, there it is. Yep. All right, so here's the other one right here. It's a much bigger stalk. And
I see fruit really high up.
Oh yeah, there's fruit. Oh man, there's a lot of fruit, but it's way up there.
Yeah, I see it on the high up branches.
So cool. Okay, I mean, isn't that cool?
I hope it's good edible peaches.
I do too. I hope that we can get some before the deer,
all the birds,
or the birds, or the whatever gets it. But I think that's cool.
Yeah, we'll just have to like put it like calendar reminders.
Yes.
As things get so crazy, just like, oh, go check the peach trees.
End of June, mid-July.
Okay.
Is when supposedly they're supposed to have
be ripened.
be ripened and ready to pick.
Nice.
So, I mean, we'll have to check on it more often than that.
We're going through, come on guys, let's not go through this because my boots are already covered. That's why the dogs look like they do.
Yeah. Yep, they just go through the...
It's this right here. It's this stuff.
Yep.
What we just walked
Yeah,
through.
it's the...
It's those.
It's these things.
Oh, somebody asked about an update on the ducks.
Oh, yeah.
So we have 6 eggs incubating. I checked them about 4 or 5 days ago, and they were all showing fertilization and development.
You candled them?
I candled them all. And so, promising.
Yeah.
I'm turning them. They're in a small, so they're basically in a small incubator, all to themselves, because I wasn't sure, you know, I had never seen the ducks. I just
Yeah, we don't know.
didn't know what they were. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before,
2 days ago.
we saw them. They were swimming in the pond here, Mama and Dad, and it looks like they're mallards, I believe is what they were. And so they were swimming in the pond, and when the dogs saw them, they jumped up and flew away. And then I saw Mama flying over. We saw Mama flying over yesterday, but didn't see Dad.
Shoot, I think he's going to go to the eggs.
Is that where they were?
Yeah, that's where they were.
Come on, Levi. Come on, buddy.
Levi!
Come here. Good boy. Yeah, we want to try. We thought that they had abandoned the nest, but they might have just gone away because of the dogs. And so now I feel kind of bad,
Well,
but
we're going to hatch some ducks. I mean, duh.
I
That's
mean,
so
but
cool.
Mama and babe, that's sad. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have taken them had we
Yesterday
known.
we saw the mama flying up, and then she landed.
She didn't land. I came over and checked.
Oh, it sounded like she was.
No, she didn't. She wasn't over here because I was on the trike and I came flying over to see if I could, because I wanted to see if I could find where her nest was so that I could go check and make sure that she had eggs and it wasn't a total grave robbing, or not grave robbing, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Nest robbing.
Nest robbing experience for her.
Yeah. All right. Now on to the bad news. This sad news.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk over there.
And we don't know what happened, which is, I don't know if that's even more sad or more frustrating, that everything was normal and then it wasn't.
Yep.
These ones are much happier without the 2 roosters.
Yes, I think
He's much happier.
Mr. Gray Rooster over there, he
Blue.
seems, yeah, blue. He seems to be a lot happier.
Mr. Blue Rooster.
And then the silver laced, he seems fine.
Yeah,
like, he seems totally content.
I think he likes having less. I
Yeah.
think he was overwhelmed. But yeah.
Hi, Brahma Mama.
2 cutie patooties.
The Buckeyes are doing fine.
Yeah. Last night we had a crazy storm.
Oh, we had a crazy storm last night.
The skies went just black. It was right on top of us.
Yeah, we could see it was all green right here, and the sky was just dark, gray, black. It was
Yeah.
crazy, and we thought we were gonna get a thunderstorm, but it just went around us, basically.
It skirted, yeah, it just skirted the edge of us, which,
Oh,
whoa, careful.
careful, Kinsley.
Normally we get pounded. We very rarely escape the
Yeah, if
crazy winds.
If the weather says there's a 5% chance of rain, we get the rain.
Yeah,
It's pretty much, we're like in this little pocket of
of where weather
whatever
likes
the weather is
to
going to
go
be
crazy.
is going to happen here. All right. Let's see. I think everything else is just kind of a normal day today, but we need to talk about the geese. So this morning, doing my rounds, and I went to go fill up, replenish the water, the 2 buckets of water that we had for Mama Goose and Gosling Goose. and Mama Goose was all by herself inside the run that she had. And so I came down here and I checked, and little baby gosling was unfortunately, well, I'm gonna move, but she was dead. She was dead in the corner. She was, her head was poking out about right here, body laying down on the other side. Let's walk away from the geese so they don't make such a ruckus. So we don't exactly know what happened.
She seemed fine.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Everything was seeming fine.
Yeah.
And so this morning when I checked, she was dead. And I'm saying it's a she because I was able to check. So it's really sad.
It's very sad.
It's really sad. We were really excited about this gosling.
Yeah.
With Mama Goose.
And just not knowing what happened is what makes it worse. Is like it'd be different if she got injured or attacked, or because we had even talked about not wanting to let her out because we were so nervous that the other geese wouldn't be too kind, and if Mama couldn't protect her. But man, that stinks.
So when I picked her up, she hadn't gone into rigor mortis yet, so it must have been earlier this morning. And basically I looked at the legs, I looked at the body. There was a cut mark on the legs, but I think that was just Mama like picking at it, trying to say, hey, wake up or something. A little bit of blood, but not much, very little. I don't think that was the cause of the death. And was just kind of feeling around. And the only thing that was abnormal to me was that there was a really hard mass in the center of the abdomen. And so we don't know. We don't know.
No, she had access to fresh water, fresh grass, starter food.
Yep.
So
fresh water all the time.
Yeah.
Like we refreshed that water constantly.
Yeah.
It was bathing, it was eating grass, it was like, so we don't know. But very sad.
Very, very sad.
Yeah. So Mama Goose, she seems to be doing okay. I think it's this one right here.
She's been enjoying the larger pools today.
Yeah, she was running around doing her thing this morning. As soon as I let her out of the cage, she did go over to where the two are nesting right now on the eggs, and she tried to gather some eggs, and she was going to lay down, but I think she knew that the eggs that they had kicked out weren't viable, so she kind
of
left them, and then she started swimming in the water and drinking fresh water, and she seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, and we'd gotten a comment yesterday that our pools are filthy and disgusting. We change them every single day.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've ever owned a goose or a duck, but
the first thing they do is they poop in the clean water. That's the very first thing they do.
They clean their mouths out. So as they eat all of the dirt and the grass, I mean that's.
Yeah. I mean, this one was. Okay. All right. So they do. Yeah, they do get dirty, and sometimes they're dirtier than others, but every single day they're washed out.
Where I was going with that was the baby one we did multiple times a day, so we don't feel it's anything that we did as to why she passed, and we just don't know. It was just really unfortunate, but we do clean the waters, we clean everything out on a very regular basis. And we move the chicken tractors every single day, as you can see. Oops, I'm sliding. So yeah, I mean, we definitely do everything in our power to make sure everyone's in a clean, healthy environment.
Yep.
We move their perimeters around so they get access to fresh grass and that they're not on top of their own waste for any length of time. We move this mama out.
Yes, did we do this yesterday?
This was yesterday, right before the storm.
That's right, yeah. So we put the small dog, igloo dog house in here, filled it with lots of bedding. And then
gave her 2 new babies.
Gave her 2 new babies, so she has what?
4.
4, so where's the 4th one?
They're all right there.
I don't see 4. Oh, they're there, okay. Yeah, so they were, this morning when I came out, they were all just inside. I put water and some food in there, but they made their way out.
Yep,
now that
she's
the
showing
weather's, yeah. And so I gave them food over here. They got fresh water. There's a little bug in the water.
Yep.
But
yeah, and she looks like she's got a blue,
beetle.
2 black, and a
There you go.
partridge cochin. So they're all cochins. They're just, she was broody with another hen, and they were sitting on way too many eggs. This is one of the hens that was laying on over 30 eggs. So we took all of their eggs away from them because they started to crack them, and there was just too many. And so we had decided to take them away and give them babies once they started hatching. So we have 5 more in the incubator that probably still have about a week to 2 weeks left, a week and a half left. Anything that showed development, I kept, and I kept it in the brood or in the incubator.
There you go.
Thank
Mama,
you.
get off the fence. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do anything on the fence. Okay, let me just get out of the way. Maybe that's the issue.
I think you're a little too close. And just maybe it's us.
Yeah. So we really.
When she got in here, she's not supposed to be in here. I tried to get her out today, but
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never ending. Like, look at why do you want to be in there? They like to change homes. Now she's like, can I come join this party?
How are the frizzles doing?
They're good. They're laying on 1 egg, the 2 of them, with no baby.
So there's 1, 2, 3. I saw 3 chicks.
There was 4 down here earlier today. Maybe it went back up.
Oh, there's 4.
Okay, I was like,
there's
it was
4.
here.
There's 4. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
so the one came down. It was a gray one that was up here. That I took out because it was bone dry. But they're just laying on the egg. They're feisty too.
Just 1?
Just 1 egg. Well, I didn't check to see if anyone laid underneath them recently, but it was just 1 egg.
There's 1 right there.
Should just be a green one.
Yep, just 1 green one. Yep.
Yep.
So funny.
But they're not quite getting the concept of once it hatches, you have responsibility.
Maybe
with
that one
they've had 3 hatch so far, and they haven't taken any of them.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Really exciting news with the peaches. Really sad news with the gosling. Other than that, it's been kind of an average day. Well, I mean,
busy
day.
Busy
Did
day.
more prep work inside the house. Had something really strange happen in the house, which I really can't explain. So I'll tell you quickly about it. And I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I have no idea what the reasoning is. So as you guys know, I removed a bunch of the floor joists. And on the west wall, that's the concrete block foundation wall, I have the wall resting on blocks to keep the same height until I put the new floor joists underneath it. And over the weekend I did work on that wall and I put the sill plate in. And so there were a few pieces of 2x6 pieces of wood that were 6 inches or so that I had put on top of the wall. They were just sitting there and they'd been there for days and days. Well, today I'm doing work and I'm on the opposite end of the west wall. So I'm on the east side of the foundation or of the basement. And I have my back turned to the west wall, so I'm facing east. And all of a sudden I hear behind me one of those blocks of wood fall off the wall and hit the ground. And I had my earplugs in. So I took them out and I'm looking around and I see a piece of that wood block on the ground that it wasn't there. Why in the world a piece of wood that's resting securely on the wall for the last 3 or 4 days just randomly falls? I don't know. Was it a snake that pushed it? Was it like some of the stink bugs that are in there that knocked it? Did the wall move and it fell? Was there a little earthquake? Was there a ghost? Like, what in the world caused that piece of wood to fall? But the rest of the day, I'm like super cautious about like watching the walls. Are they moving? Trying to make sure that I'm safe in there. I think I am, but it's like, that was just the weirdest thing.
That is weird.
It was just, for no reason, I'm sure there's a reason, for an unexplained reason, a piece of wood just falls off the wall, hits the sill plate, hits a bunch of wood that's underneath on the floor, and then hits the ground.
It's funny too because I don't know if y'all are familiar with Mr. Ballin, but
Yes.
it does like Nate introduced me. He was listening to the podcast a long time ago when you were doing work and stuff, and just kind of passing the time when you were working on stuff. And I just recently started listening to him in the evening time. And funny, last night the one I watched was about a house. And the people would come and things would be moved or things will have fallen or stuff.
Not cool. Not cool.
No, it wasn't a ghost or anything.
Yeah.
Turns out it was some random weirdo that decided he wanted to do some experiment on this family. It was super. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
You want to show the little sheepy sheeps?
Oh, yeah.
We never get to show them very much.
We'll end with the sheep.
So yeah, it was like as you're telling that story, that's what's literally in my head is because that was the one I listened to last night.
Well, it would have had to been a very sneaky individual.
Yeah.
Because I would have. There's no way by the time that I turned around and saw it, on the ground that they would have been able to escape somehow. Anyway, that was just very strange. All right, so got two sheepies over there. Hi, ladies. And we got one over there. They're doing well. They like this new paddock.
A lot more options.
They're getting a little bit more adventurous and starting to explore larger areas. So they're feeling pretty good about it. Make sure that they have fresh water, they have access to minerals. As you guys know, we put the shelter. They tend to sleep underneath the trees versus the shelter, but they were under the shelter this morning.
Yeah, they have options. And the shelter's in a nice high spot, so even if there's a lot of rain, it's gonna flow down. But yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah. So. Okay, that's it for today, guys. The good news, the sad news, and the in-between.
And the random.
And the random. Yeah. Okay, we will see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, it's only a day away. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you are not supposed to be filming me. Bye.